What's the biggest challenge you face with Vegas here in town?
Well, if you know anything about Vegas, they're a structured team, okay? And when you watch them play, they play the right way all the time. So for us, anytime you want to have success against, obviously, Stanley Cup champions, you have to play high percentage hockey. If you turn pucks over and make whole plays in the offensive zone, you look at their 6D, they're active, they're going to join the rush with 4 guys. So we have to make sure that we, on the flip side, play high percentage, okay, and make the right decisions with the puck.
Do you need to play the same way you played against Dallas?
Yeah, I think we play well against Dallas. I mean, we only gave them 15 shots, not a lot of chances. I think guys are starting to realize, how to play without the puck. That's the biggest thing. We need numbers back, limit the odd man rushes, and limit the time in our own end. So we have to double quick here tonight. We have to be quick and physical in the D zone. They can roll around pretty good with their defense being as active as they are.
Same lineup as Thursday?
Yeah. Right now, just wait. A couple game time decisions. So.
Why has Jacob Bernard-Docker been a consistent, player on the back end after coming up from?
I think Doc is he's got good hockey IQ. I think he understands the game. I think he plays within his limitations. There's certain things that we want out of our D that we emphasize. Not a lot of things, 4 or 5 things on a consistent basis. And I think he's grabbed hold of that and try to maintain that to stay in the lineup and be effective.
What are some of those 4 or 5 things you ask from your players to be?
Well, the gap control is number 1. Number 2 is how we close in the D zone. There's a certain angle and how we want to close. Stick positioning now, obviously, with the way the game is played, the rule change is about the forward. So, it's no different in football how they protect the wide receivers now and how you can't touch them. So there is a method to the madness on how you want to defend, but he's done a good job with that. And I, when the puck comes low to high in the offensive zone, I like the fact his head is always up. He's making good decisions. Some of the last few points that he's contributed to has come with just getting pucks through to the net. It's not how hard you get the pucks through. It's not always the one-timer. It's just the ability to find it, to get it through, to maintain the rebounds and the second and third chances around the net. And I thought he's done a good job of that. And I think he's gone back for breakouts, with a purpose. I think one area of our game with our defense that needed a little bit of more consistency is how hard we get back for pucks and how quick we can break the puck out. The team that breaks the puck out usually wins the hockey game.
You seem to have raised your level of competition against better teams. Have you kind of seen that characteristic?
People say that, and I listen to the noise on that. But I thought Chicago has beaten some good teams. Okay, the Anaheim game was not the game that we wanted to play. For whatever reason, we didn't have any legs, and you're going to have that over a course of 82 games. But Chicago, you watch them play. They got a good coaching staff. They work extremely hard. Everybody says, oh, look at the standings. They play extremely hard. They're in games. I thought in that particular game, we played a pretty good game. We just made some mistakes coming back into our own end that they capitalized that we need to clean up. There's one thing of playing north, but when you come back into your own end, you have to work as a unit of 5. And the goals we gave up off the rush, that was the issue there. So, but I don't know, Yeah, I'm sure that there could be that, but again, look where we are in the standings. So are teams looking at us like that? I don't know. This is the National Hockey League. You have to play hard every night. I mean, you got to earn your ice time. I mean, that's what it's about. On any given night, anybody can beat anybody. It's how hard you compete, how relentless you are with and without the puck, and those are the teams that have success. You have to do it the right way over and over and over again. And to answer the first question about Vegas, they do it right over and over and over again. And they wait for you to crack, and then bang, it's in the back of your net. You have to play consistent for 60 minutes. Not every shift is going to be an offensive shift, especially against this team. They play solid defensively. Analytically, they're the top category defensively in the league. So you have to stick with the game plan and play your game. I think we've matured a little bit like that as a team, but there's still room for improvement.
Forsberg, what have you seen in Forsberg? Pretty good run lately.
Yeah, the one thing about the Forsberg is his work ethic. I'm not always around the goalies, but around the gym area, my time in Ottawa, he's a competitive guy. He's always working out. He's always trying to get better. He's always in the video room. He's one of those guys that when everybody says, let's get better today, let's, come to the rink. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that takes it serious. He went through some injuries, and he's come back probably sooner than a lot of other guys come back because of the condition that he is. But when you watch him play, and when you watch him play well, going back to that Minnesota game in Sweden and some of these teams that we've played, he's just competitive. He's not the biggest guy, but he just competes. And he's got that swagger and that attitude about the goaltender. You're the last line of defense, and that's what you like about a guy like that. You want him to compete, and he does compete very hard.
This team has the third best record in the league since January 18th. What's working for you guys right now?
Yeah, I think we're keeping it simple. Playing good defensively, got good goaltending right now, and maybe we just got to keep it going, play a confident game, and yeah.
Jacques mentioned a couple nights ago that checking was the biggest factor about why you guys won that game. Is this team a little tougher, a little rougher, a little more attention to detail on the defensive end? Do you sense that?
I think we just playing with more confidence, holding on to more pucks, and getting more pucks to net, getting net front presence, and the goalies are good in the league. So we got 40 shots against Chicago, and they win a game, so it wasn't good enough. So we got to have more net presence, and I think that's where we get the last game. Josh goal, he stayed right in front of net, and then so I think that's how we get some ugly goals.
You're on a personal 4-game point streak right now. What's clicking for you?
I think I'm just playing my game more, getting more confidence in myself, and holding on to pucks, and playing smart right now. I think playing good defensively, and getting the chance we get, and I think our line has been creating some good chemistry, and I think all three of us have been playing good.
Some of the teams you guys have been beating recently, I think about Dallas, Tampa, are really high up in the standings. Do you guys feel like you're playing a different style of game against them? Like, do you bring more?
No, I think we know that in the NHL, I think everyone can beat anyone, so it doesn't really matter who you're playing. I think you got to play the same way every night, and like I said, against Chicago, I think we're playing kind of the same way. Getting 43 shots to 20 shots, I think you're supposed to win that game most nights, and we didn't. So we talked about it, and we need more net presence, and I think that's what we did the next game.
And you mentioned you guys feel like you have more confidence. It feels really light at Morgan State. How are you feeling just ahead of Vegas, and what do you think the challenge will be tonight?
Yeah, like I said, every team is good in our league, so like I said, we just got to play the same way we play against any team. They have some really good players over there, and as long as we can try and shut them down, I think it's going to be successful for us.
Your old team in Adler Mannheim's about to squeak into the playoffs. How much of that do you watch? How much do you keep in contact with the players back there?
Yeah, I watch here and there. Anytime I get a chance, I watched a little bit yesterday. So anytime I get a chance to watch some of those games, I'm happy to be able to watch it. And my parents, I think my dad watches every DL game, so he's so much into it. And ever since I'm a kid, we watch every Friday and Sunday we watch together. So I texted him last night. He was watching the conference, so he watched all the games. So it's pretty cool.
How are they looking? What are
Mannheim?
the chances? What do you think?
They have a chance to win every year, I think. The ownership does a great job over there of getting the players they need, and I think they have a chance to win every year.
Tim, when you think about your body of work this season, how do you feel about it right now?
Sorry?
When you think about your body of work this season, just you as a player, how are you feeling right now?
There's been some tough stretches, and I think you got to always believe in yourself. You got to have confidence, and obviously there's some of our guys haven't been playing at 100%. So we just got to be able to play a more consistent game, and I think that's all we got to do. Yeah.